got this shit knocking though.
Hey you guys, this is Jason with Geek Six, and I wanted to do a quick how-to video on creating a landline environment for your lab, or if you're a type of person that just has a home phone but are tired of paying the phone company $56 a month just for basic home telephone services. I got a way that you can do it with very little cost up front, and it is completely free, legit, after the first initial payment. All right, so what you would need is it's called an OBI telephone adapter. That's the box here on the left, and this is the device itself. I already got it hooked up and working. Very small device. Generally, if you got home internet, all you would need is this device and Google Voice, which is absolutely free. You got a Gmail email account, you just go to googlevoice.com, set up a subscription, and you can automatically generate a number, or they have options to where you can port your current home phone to the Google Voice service. I think that's a $20 one-time charge if you wanted to port a number, but if you don't care what number you get, you could just have them generate you one, and it's absolutely free. Okay, this particular customer does not have a traditional home internet. They kind of live out in the country where they're using a little MoFi hotspot. And as most of you know, the MoFi hotspots do not have a available Ethernet port. So what I did was pick them up this Netgear Wi-Fi extender. And basically what this does is it takes that existing Wi-Fi from the little hotspot and extends it. Well, we're not really trying to extend it. We just want to give it Ethernet access because this guy requires an Ethernet access. So as you can see, this is the extender, and up under here, once it extends it, it also gives you one Ethernet connection. So I just took the Ethernet connection and ran it from the extender to the voice adapter. And again, it's using the Google Voice service, which is absolutely free. So total cost out of pocket was about $100. But again, you no longer have to pay for a phone service. And it works with local and long distance, 800 numbers, of course. The only thing that it doesn't do is 911 calling. Now, there are services out there that you can associate to this device to give you 911 calling. I think it's $14 a month. I'm sorry, $14 a year. So $14 a year for 911 services, and it has some extra features that the typical 911 service does not have. So it's a pretty good deal for $14 a month. But if you don't want to use 911 service, just like my customer, you can always use your cell phone if it's close by. So that's the only caveat to this, that it doesn't come out of the box with 911 services. You do have to purchase it from a second provider, which is $14 a year. And like I said, it comes with additional 911 features, like if you dial 911, not only will it notify the 911 dispatch, it will also notify 5 contacts that you create. So not only will the police or ambulance or whoever know immediately, up to 5 family members will know immediately. So it's a very good feature for an additional $14. And you don't have to have this device to get that feature. It's just a third-party service that does that. But just check it out. Like I said, if you're in a current situation like this, this is a definite go-to. Very affordable. Like I said, it sure beats paying $60 a month for a home phone service. I mean, who does that anymore? Okay, before I wrap this video up, I wanted to take the devices down and just give you a closer look at the ports and just talk about it a little bit more. Again, this guy right here is not needed for a typical situation, because if you already have a home router that has an available Ethernet port, you don't need this. Like I said, this customer just doesn't have any Ethernet ports. He's all Wi-Fi, so we had to get this that gives him a port for this purpose. So if you have a home router already and you have an extra Ethernet port, you don't need this guy. So this would be a $30 cost that you don't need. So it drops that price down to about $60 just for this guy. So if you have this, If you have a home router, you don't need this. All right, so just looking at this, it get just the ports on this device is very small. My hands are pretty big, and as you can see, it fits in my hand pretty easy. All right, so it gives you just a standard RJ11 phone port for just a standard telephone port, and you can plug this into a hardwired phone, or you can plug this in a cordless phone base to give the phone and other additional phones telephone lines. You can do that. Not really sure what this USB port is for. Haven't looked into it. It may be a way that you can tether the internet to the this device. Not sure. And this is just your Ethernet port, and this is just your power port. And again, it's just a really good idea if you want home phone service, or if you have a lab and you're practicing with some POTS lines or FXO ports, stuff like that. This is a good device to have for your Cisco lab as well. And again, it uses Google Voice. So once you have that set up on this guy, you have literally no phone bill, with the exception if you do want 911. 911 is optional with this guy because it's based over the internet. So of course they're not just gonna throw 911 services on it. But there is a company out there for $15 a year. I keep saying a month, but it is definitely $15 a year. You can set up 911 services very easily through this device as well. And not only will it call 911 when you need help, it will also contact 5 family and friends that you create when you set the service up. So your family will be notified as soon as the emergency services will be notified. So that's a pretty cool deal. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a closer look of the device itself. And feel free to comment below. Oh, and by the way, this kills Magic Jack. I've used Magic Jack for several years personally. And Magic Jack does good, but it's $35 each year after the first initial purchase, which is still not bad, paying $35 a year for telephone services, but you can't beat free. So I definitely will be getting rid of my Magic Jack. So if you want my Magic Jack, let me know. I'll send it to you, no charge. Well, maybe you pay the shipping, but I'm definitely gonna get one of these. So yeah, feel free, comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, for Geek Sakes.